Hi, and welcome to B2B R&D Conversations. Today's topic is real-time marketing simply because when we recorded the first conversation on it, Craig and I apparently had a lot to say. So welcome. I'm Ellen Williams, CEO and co-founder of B2B R&D, joined here as always by Craig Yaris, co-founder and COO. And so, Craig, we're going to jump right into part two because we both had a lot to say.
Yeah, as is sometimes the case. So let's jump right in. So let me ask you this. I saw yesterday, as we all know, there's this little movie coming out in December called Star Wars Episode 7. I don't know that it'll be big or anything. It's a cutesy thing. And we're already buying tickets, okay? If I could buy them today, I would. But Disney is doing a campaign one day in September worldwide. They're calling it, I think, Worldwide Unboxing Day. So people are going to be unboxing new toys live. Is that real-time marketing? It's planned out. It's a day in September. They're starting it in Australia, who is ahead of the East Coast. Is that real-time marketing?
It will be on that day.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my word again, traditional marketing, which is here's what's happening, here's what we're doing, here's the message we have, but of course a good marketing message relates to how it affects you.
Okay.
So they're letting you know that ahead of time, but on that day, it'll be totally real-time marketing and everyone will want to be jumping on that. Here's another one, right? Amazon's big sale they had, was it
Prime Day?
Black Friday, Black something, right? Black Friday or Black something in July, or
Yep.
And that was totally real time. Everyone was talking about it. Unfortunately, a lot of what was being said wasn't positive, but there was a lot of real time marketing going on around an event that they marketed to get to. So I think those events have both. You market to bring awareness, but then you don't stop just because it's happening. You market through the event, and that becomes real time. But it doesn't, and again, real time marketing isn't always around an event. It's understanding your audience and what they are doing. So different demographics are doing different things. And, if you really do, let's use the word traditional as traditional, and you go back to TV advertisers, they were trying to talk about real-time marketing, right? The commercial during the television show where people, years ago when there were fewer channels, you understood who your demographic was.
I think I would disagree a little bit in that regard. They have an idea who their demographic is. Taking, even today, commercials during shows, although we have the ability now to not watch them, throughout the summer, I find myself watching a lot of The Big Bang Theory, one of my wife and I's favorite show. And so it's on a channel, we have to watch commercials. The commercials don't appeal necessarily to either of us. They're appealing more, I think, to the general audience that the station thinks they have. And so today's real time, I think, would be more the commercials geared toward you, male, husband, father, like Star Wars, and female wife, doesn't like Star Wars kind of thing. So I think real-time marketing would be more...
All right, so I'm going to stop you right there because we're going to get in trouble for that one. Because you're crossing lines here. But what's interesting is what you said is, and I think it does still go to real-time marketing, is years ago there were only a few channels. So the advertisers were more in tune with the programming because it was who's up at night, who's watching this show. You've got in your example, Big Bang Theory, new episodes are Thursdays at 8. But if you're watching it on cable channel, Sunday or Tuesday or any other time, then it really isn't the programming, it is the channel. And the channel itself identifies a demographic, and very different when there's hundreds, thousands of channels versus just two or three, where I think the target was the program. But you're still right. The target is the audience that channel, brings. So, so I'm a big NCIS fan, and I know it's on TNT, and so I watch it on TNT. It's also on I think it's on the Sci-Fi channel or the Clue channel, where they have a lot of detective type. I don't necessarily hang out on that channel, so I miss it when it's over there. Even though I'm a fan of that program, I'm more loyal to the channel than I am to the actual program.
So do you think stations, let's talk large scale brands, can they utilize real-time marketing like a smaller brand can, who may have a better, their finger on the pulse of their audience a little bit better? Do you think real-time marketing is open to everyone, or is this a small business versus big business opportunity?
I think it's open to everyone, but you need to understand the vehicle you're using to do it. Mm-hmm. So if we're going to do television advertising, which, on local channels is available to smaller businesses as well. I know there are a lot of different types of packages available for television. So those do have to be planned out mm-hmm. in advance. And so you're going to cross-reference the programming and the time of day and the channel to, hit your market when they're watching TV. Digitally, you have much more flexibility, sure. such as the hashtags or things that come up unexpectedly to be able to jump on board. And then back to what you started the conversation with, Blab, which is an online real-time streaming platform, and Meerkat and Periscope, which are mobile device platforms. Being real-time, you let people know when you're going to be on air. Right. And now you have, sort of the live TV, right, version, only it's on your computer, versus the episodes of a program that you love, but the episode is a year old, but you're still going to watch it.
Right. Okay. I guess I agree with you in the end.
You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree. I think it's just, understanding what real time means. And real time doesn't necessarily mean I have to be thinking about it right now and doing it right now. It means I have to be relevant right now. And I may have had the concept a month ago or a week ago, understanding that today something specific would make me relevant. And part of that is external, such as, television programming or the Super Bowl, and some of it may be from analytics of my internal data. What are the trends I'm seeing with the way in which my customers communicate with me, such as the Friday night at the bar, mm-hmm. or maybe, Mondays, a lot of salons are closed because most people don't go on Monday, so it's better for them not to take on those expenses. Understanding the trends of your own customers can help you connect with them when it's best for them. And that's real time. Responding on social media quickly if they're there. Getting involved in a conversation that's impromptu. Doing a real-time video. Or planning 2 months in advance to be part of a bigger event like the Star Wars one. As long as you're there when your customers are there, you're real time.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
All right. Well, this is not being viewed in real time, so I hope that we've at least piqued your interest in learning more about marketing and real-time marketing. Certainly, all our viewers, we invite you to reach out to us. Leave a comment below on our YouTube channel or send us an email. I'm ewilliams@b2brnd.com. Craig is Yaris at b2brnd.com. And we thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again in another conversation.
Take care.